Hello everyone and welcome to Odds Market. Two crucial World Cup qualifiers get underway on Friday as Australia face Honduras and then New Zealand host Peru. All four teams are bidding to reach next summer's tournament, but only the winner of each tie will make it. The Latin American teams are favoured to get the better of their Australasian rivals, but there is plenty of value to be had, and I'm just going to run through both games. First up, Honduras versus Australia. It's worth noting that these are the first of two-legged ties, so the winner won't be decided until the reverse fixture, and that's something to keep in mind because there might be a bit of nerves, they might be playing a little bit cagily, and you might see draws because of that. Honduras finished fourth in the CONCACAF group with just 3 wins from 10 games. However, that was good enough to see them finish above the USA and secure a spot in the playoffs. They played fantastically well to beat Mexico 3-2 in the final game, while the USA lost to Trinidad and Tobago, a real shock result. And their reward is this clash against Australia. The Socceroos, they're in the Asian qualifying region, which is divided into 2 groups. They finished third in their group behind Japan and Saudi Arabia. They went into a 2-legged playoff with the other third place team, which was Syria. They were expected to win it comfortably, but they made a real meal of it and only got through thanks to the heroics of Tim Cahill in extra time. He rescued them with a 109th minute winner. However, Cahill, who's 39 now, he is going to be injured for this game. He's going to be on the bench. He might get on for a few minutes, but it's not looking great for him, and he really is their main threat. So that is a real blow for them. Many bookmakers have them neck and neck to qualify. They're both about even money, but in this first game, Honduras are the clear favourites because they've got home advantage. You can get 3.0 on the draw. I'd say that looks a very good option. Whereas Honduras are 1.91, which also looks quite attractive. I think that will tempt a lot of people. But just because of the way these games, these first leg ties go, the draw does look quite interesting. And I would suggest that it's going to be quite a nervy game because there's so much at stake here. So under 2.5 goals looks interesting at odds of 8-13. That's with Boyle Sports. Next up, New Zealand versus Peru. This should be a slightly more one-sided affair as Peru are really short price to qualify. You can get about 1.1 on them, whereas New Zealand are all the way out at 6-1. With bookmakers like Beck Victor. So New Zealand really are expected to struggle here. However, you can get a great price on Peru winning the first leg, 1.83. That looks a fantastic bet. It's a really great price because Peru are the vastly superior team. They're unbeaten in 2017. They've beaten teams like Uruguay, a really top team, Uruguay. They've drawn with Colombia, they've drawn with Argentina, they shut out Lionel Messi. They're very good. They finished above Chile. They've had a really good year. New Zealand, they top the Oceania group, but the Oceania group, it just contains teams like Fiji, Solomon Islands, teams like that, tiny minnow island nations with no footballing tradition or prowess. So they're always going to top that group, but they get found out when it comes to these qualifying games because the 5th best team in South America is typically going to beat the best team in Oceania. And odds of 1.83 just look too attractive to turn down. Rui Diaz, Farfan and Reina are all really good going forwards, and they are pretty stubborn in defence, so they should be able to contain New Zealand and Chris Wood. Just looks a really appealing price, and I would suggest checking that out. Thanks for watching. Hope you found that helpful. We'll be back with more of these videos covering all the international fixtures and then back with the big European leagues next week. Thanks very much. See you soon.